Okay, welcome back. This is part 2 of my red wine making kits. So as you guys saw in the first video, it was pretty simple. All we had to do was, put the cans of wine in, or, cans of juice, top it off with water, stir in the oak package, and then put the yeast in. So basically it says after 14 days sanitize the secondary. Well, I had to go on vacation with my son to a Cub Scout camp, so I had to leave it a little longer. It's been 20 days, but that's really not that big a deal. Because what we're going to do now is the next step where you rack it into secondary, and then it says you have to leave it for 3 months. So what we're going to do next is I'm sanitizing my equipment. Just basically all I need for this one is my siphoning rod, and there's a hose in there sanitizing, an airlock, and then there's my carboy that I sanitize, and it's just sitting upside down draining a little bit. And it asks you to use a 5-gallon carboy, but I don't have one. I only have a 6-gallon, so sometimes you just got to go with what you have. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to get this out, and I'm going to start the siphon. And also, here's my wine. And what I usually do when I'm going to siphon something off, I will take it up, I'll put it up on a shelf a couple days in advance at an angle, just so everything can settle back down. And that way I can make sure I get as much stuff siphoned out as possible. So next step will be the siphon. Okay, and the thing you want to do is you want to make sure you can get that hose as low as you can in this bottle, just to make sure you don't splash around a lot of air. So you can see the siphon started now. You can see, it's a real nice color. And then, here's the wine itself. So you can see the oak chips and all that stuff kind of sitting around the side. So the siphon has started. I'm not going to bore you with the whole thing, so I will be back when this is siphoned. Okay, you can see the bucket is done now. I got everything out I could without, sucking up too much junk in there. You can see the carboy is nice and full. Still some star sand in there, but I don't believe I have a marker on this one, but I'm guessing I probably, have a little under 5 gallons here, just because of the trub in the bottle, and then the oak chips I'm sure soaked up some and that kind of stuff, so it's really no big deal. Because normally, this kit, sorry about it moving around, I'm just sitting down. Like my wine kits usually will have enough to do 30 bottles of wine. This kit is a little bit smaller, so this is enough to do 24 bottles of wine. So let me go ahead and grab my sanitized bucket right here. Here's a airlock in here. Get that off. Let me grab this guy too. So where we're at right now is, we've just racked this off into secondary. Let's get that on. This has to now sit, according to the instructions, this is to now sit in secondary for 3 months. So basically what I'm going to do is get this airlock on, put this back in my tub, and then it's got to sit there for 3 months, and then I will be back with you and recap. Okay, so here we are sitting in the tub now. The temperature is reading about 66 to 68, so we'll just call it 67 degrees. This basically says to store it between 60 and 72 for 90 days, 3 months. And then what it says is after 3 months is when you take your first hydrometer reading. So far I haven't taken hydrometer readings. On white wine I always take an initial one in step ones, but in this one it didn't mention it at all. Next time I make this I probably will take an original gravity, but this time I didn't because I'm just following the instructions the way it says. So
But there you go. There's my making red wine from a kit part 2. And part 3 will not be out for 3 months. Cheers.